Hello, everyone. Welcome to What's New in Microsoft Dynamics 365 version 10.027. Today we're going to talk about new features in finance and supply chain management. My name is Katya Zuyevska, and I'm a senior consultant at the Client Care. I will be talking about finance features, and a colleague of mine, Andrea Hernandez, who is a senior consultant at the Client Care as well, she will walk us through supply chain features that are introduced in 10.027. Our agenda today includes several items for finance and mostly focused on supply chain. In finance, we're going to talk about a new feature that allows us to do a reversal correction in advanced bank reconciliation, allows us to print pro forma documents when a sales order is on credit hold, customer aging report performance enhancements. There are quite a few features related to that. And in supply chain, we have quite a bit features mostly related to production floor execution interface, but some of them are slightly different. So let me walk you through those. We will talk about My Day view of the production floor execution interface, planning optimization support for subcontracting, consider inventory lead time when creating a planned transfer order, several features, like I said, related to production floor execution, such as additional configuration, production teams in the production floor execution interface, and report on planning items in the production floor execution interface. So that's overall our agenda for today. We will start with finance. I will talk about finance features, and then I will pass the presentation to Andrea so she can continue walking us through the supply chain management. Okay, so Dynamics 365 Finance 10.027 features. First, I would like to talk about is the feature about reversing correction amount in advanced bank reconciliation. As you can probably guess from the description of the feature, it's related only to advanced bank reconciliation. If you use a manual bank reconciliation, disregard this. The idea for this feature is that it's quite challenging to correct a mistake that could potentially happen during a bank crack, and if sometimes incorrect transactions were matched. Prior to these features, users typically would need to do some workarounds like create a dummy statement, make corrections in the system, just to be able to reach the point when you can click Mark as reconciled. When you introduce the feature and enable this in the system, now you can actually reverse the bank reconciliation and cancel reconciliation relation with the correction amount. Next feature that I would like to mention is related to printing pro forma documents on sales orders. Before the feature, what happened, if your sales order goes on credit hold, and you still probably do need to print some of the pro forma documents related to a sales order. It can be any document. It can be sales order confirmation, a picking list, a release to warehouse, invoice, etc. You will not be able to do so. The system will display you an error message and tell you, sorry, order is on credit hold, you can't do that. Once you enable the feature, then you will be able to print the documents. However, your order will remain on credit hold. So no changes in the functionality besides the ability to print related documents. Next slides, couple of slides related to finance will be about customer aging. Customer aging report, customer aging process itself. So this particular feature is, I believe, important because we have a new parameter on a customer aging report that you can enable or disable. As you can see on the screenshot below, when you navigate and try to create a customer aging, if you turn the feature on, and the feature is called Customer Aging Report option for update collection status, now you will be able to turn on or turn off update collection status on. If you don't really do collections, it probably would be beneficial to turn this off so the system does not try to perform extra activities while it's generating a customer aging for you. If you do use the collection, then you have a choice if you want to have an automatic update to your collection statuses or not. Next feature that I would like to mention, which is quite interesting to me, is customer aging data storage. If you enable the feature, what you're going to see is under Credit and Collections module, in the Inquiries and Reports under Customer folder, you would have, typically there you have customer aging, and now you will have a customer aging data storage. There will be additional menu item that you can click. What this feature does, it provides you a new way to run a customer aging in case if your aging is just simply big. And sometimes you might have challenges because the report can time out because you have just too much data. Another benefit of this particular feature is that now, once it's generated, there is a data entity that is linked to this. It's actually called exactly the same way. It's customer aging data storage data entity. So after you run the report, you will be able to download the data storage data from data entity. And if you need to import this or send it over to a third party, you will be able to do so. It is important to note that the customer aging data storage form will show you the status, your processing status. Are you running a batch job? Is it ended? How many lines you had? It will be just an overview. You will not be able to open any kind of report out of there. You will be, if you do need to open and see what kind of data did I actually get, you would need to export the data entity. Next feature that I have is related to customer pools. Again, this is all about customer aging. Now it's an enhancement if you do use customer pools when you generate your aging. Microsoft introduced a feature called Customer Aging Performance Enhancement some time ago to speed up the process overall. However, it never worked with customer pools. If you try to create an aging snapshot where you want to age your customer balances, and you would try to utilize a customer pools, this previous customer aging performance enhancement will not do the work. It will just age it for everything. But if you do want to be specific on a pool, it won't do the speed up process. So now there is a new feature called Customer Aging Performance Enhancement with Customer Pools that allows you to run the aging by customer pool faster. Okay, so this is it for finance features. I'm going to turn this over to Andrea. And Andrea, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so on the supply chain side, the first new or the first modification or the first feature that I would like to talk about is the planning optimization. So if anybody doesn't know, the planning optimization is the new way that we're gonna run master planning in D365. This planning optimization will use it will be run by a service outside from the Dynamics 365 server. It will be faster. And what is going on, this functionality has been available for many customers so far. And in each release, Microsoft is adding more capabilities. So right now there are customers that cannot use it because they need to have actions so in every feature we're getting more functionality added to planning optimization. In this version update, we're gonna get the fact that we will be able to use subcontracting. So if you're a customer today and if you're using subcontracting and you're using master planning like the one in D365 and you would like to move to planning optimization, now you could do it. I mean, if that's the last functionality that you need, you will be able to move to planning optimization because now it is enabled by default. The Then the following features are related to the MES mostly. The first one that I want to talk about is the My Day. It is a new form in the MES where the user will be able to see the production orders or indirect activities that he has worked during the day. And in the right, he or she will see an absence time summary. And then in the demo, I will show it in the 365. The next feature, it's also in the MES. It's an improvement. We will be able to auto open the start dialog and auto open the report progress dialog when we search for a job number. And I will demo that later today. These are new parameters that you will be able to activate in the configuration of the production floor execution. And now we go with the demo. So this is the MES from the 365. The first thing that we want to see here is My Day. As I was saying, in My Day, this is the data from today, right? I logged in a few minutes ago. I started a job. I work in that job like some seconds in there, and on the right I will have my pay time, my absence time, like a resume of the information. I can go I can review my information from previous days, and it also shows like indirect activities. So right now on the 12th, I work in the production orders, but I also attend a meeting, a department meeting, and it will show me good quantities and everything on the right. So it is a good way for the people in the floor to control their time and their activities over the day, right? So that's a new feature that is available in the MES. And the other feature that I want to share is, so in the MES, this is the welcome home. Usually we see all the jobs that are assigned to this work center. We have the search menu. In the search menu, we can scan or we can type in the job ID. And before, when we clicked for do the search, we had to select the job and then start. Now I can just, as soon as I click to do the search, as soon as since the system knows that this job hasn't been started, the system opens up the start job window. It's showing me that I should start 10 units, so I can go ahead and start. I'm working in that job. I can see it. I can see the job that I'm working on in the active jobs, right? It is right here. I'm doing this installation of the wiring. And once I finish, I can go back to the search menu, the number 2. I click, and it goes to the report progress. So I don't need to, it will be like one click less, right? Because it opens up automatically there. I can report the progress, the quantity that I need. I'm just gonna go ahead and report the progress. Remember that we can adjust the material as well from the MES. And it's that simple. That's the new functionality that I wanted to share with everybody today. Now I'm gonna stop sharing. And we're gonna talk about the last. This new functionality, that's the name, considering inventory lead time when creating a planned transfer order. Previously, the time that we were using was the transportation time between warehouses, right? But with this new functionality, if you define in the default order settings of the item, if you define none or sales order and define the lead time of the item in there, that will be the lead time used in the transfer orders. And I can show you that as well. Let me just go back to the system. This is the item. Okay. So in here, in the manage information, I go to default order settings and inventory. Yeah, in inventory, I set it up to 20 days, and I set up the delivery date control to none. So then when I run master planning for this item and I get the plan transfer orders, so the system is going to add the 20 days, the 15 days, sorry, to the order date. So instead of ordering today, I will have to wait based on the lead time that I include in the default, based on the lead time that I defined in the default order settings for the item. So yeah, that was my last feature. Any questions? Okay, so we're going back to Katia.
Thank you, Andrea. Please let us know if you have any questions. If you do have any questions or you would like to explore some of the presented features deeper and see if they can be related to your environment, if you can use them, please open a support case and your support lead will schedule a call so we can review those, guide you through this, answer your questions. Other than that, thank you so much for joining our webinar. Thank you for listening in, and we will see you at the next webinar. Thank you.